Wednesday night sports algorithm recap. Let's go over NBA, then NHL, then we'll finish off with college basketball. So to start off the day, NBA 4-5. Not that great. However, I do want to show something here which is kind of interesting. So when we open up and we look at all the games, I have a column over here that's called Spread Cover Plus. This number is supposed to show which teams, based on the projected score, actually are going to cover the spread. So if you sort this descending by Spread Cover Plus, and then you also filter this by Spread Cover Plus being greater than or equal to 0, what you get is all the teams that you were supposed to take over here against the spread. And we ended up going 7-2 on the spread, if you look at it that way. So that's something to watch out for, is that the projected scores in some of these games are predicting that a different team's going to actually cover the spread. And the Timberwolves as an underdog lost, and the Nuggets, who are heavily injured, at like 72%, I guess. That's interesting. It's different when we flipped it around. It was like 51%. No, that was the Heat. Yeah, this is actually really interesting when you look at it this way. So, teams that we thought were going to cover the spread go 7-2 on the spread. Now back it up to the way we're normally looking at it, and it looks like it looks like we go 2-7 on the spread this way, but that's not really the case. So you got to look at the projected scores. It's very interesting. Other than that, really not a good night. Other than you could tell the Heat were really hurting, so the line for Cleveland was great. Houston came back to beat Oklahoma City. Charlotte fought real hard and covered the 9 points, so Charlotte covered there. But anyway, so that's the NBA update. Let's talk about NHL. I did take a shot of the day for the Rangers at roller hockey today. I just missed the target. But the Rangers did not miss the target. The Rangers win right here. So the Rangers have a good game. They win 4-1. Nice game there. Toronto blows out Colorado. This game was a push game because we really didn't have a decision out of the algorithm. Vancouver wins, no problem, 6-2. That's good. Seattle, Detroit, also a push according to the algorithm. It was a 3-3 tie that went to overtime, though. How about that? So that's kind of what it predicted. And that Detroit would win it by when you look at the scoring. So that's kind of funny. That happened. Pittsburgh does not win against Edmonton. Edmonton wins. My kid didn't hit the target with a shot, but he liked Edmonton, and they won. So that's a loss for the algorithm like Pittsburgh. And then Vegas fought so hard to come back in this game down 4-1. Couldn't do it. Lost game 6-5, so that's a loss there. Hockey, 8-8, as we've been keeping track over the last 3 days. I'm telling you, it's tough. Hockey is tough. But here's a sport that's not as tough. College basketball. So there's a Utah-Southern California game going on right now with like 12 minutes left. It's 42-60 Utah. So let's take Southern California, USC. So let's take a look at everything. So that would be 46-25 if that score holds in that game. And as we look at a massive list like this in 71 games today, I see a lot of losing done here with really low margins. That means that there could definitely be some work done on the distribution here in standings, something I need to look at. But there are good things to focus on. Not the normal good things, but some of the other good things. We'll start off on the bad first. Our underdogs, 3-11. Awful, right? Our home underdogs, where we had 3 of them, all lost. Only 1 covered the spread. Not good. This is not good. So our low margin games down here, 14% margin for Wofford. They're just not playing that good. But the home teams don't do it, the home underdogs. The away underdogs, only 3 of them cover the spread. At least they're at the top, but anything below 20, below 18, 19% home bump margin basically loses with the exception of NC Central. Boy, is San Diego terrible. Do not, just like don't bet on Duquesne, don't bet on San Diego. So you needed to bring in a bump to bring these games up. But let's talk about the good, though. There is good here. So our home teams, and not the neutral site games, but just regular, normal home games, home teams. 33-5. That 25-13 on the spread. Okay, that's looking like something good. That is how many games in a row? That is 24 of the top games in a row are wins. That is good. We do have some choppiness down here. Wofford, Oklahoma State. UMass Lowell doesn't win. Duquesne, I wouldn't bet on them anyway. Kennesaw State covers at least. But this you can win money with this, right? Got a lot of things on the spread that won as well. So big parlays up top with home teams. Anything with a margin above 15% was fine. Usually we cut it off at around 20, just like here. Now, there really aren't very many great lines there, except that South Alabama I brought up. That actually won today. But you can hit all these winners, right? So how do we deal with, like, which of these teams do we take on the spread, right? See how some of these spread numbers are kind of ridiculous here, and it's tough to win those? Well, we have something for this that I mentioned in the NBA file. We have it here as well. It's the spread cover plus number. So let's start descending by spread cover plus and see what this looks like. The answer is it's still pretty choppy. I almost don't want to include any lines where the spread is worse than like 10 points, just to see what that looks like. So you could filter for spreads that are greater than -10. That goes 10-4, right? With your underdog losing at Wofford, your underdog losing at Lowell, and your underdog wins on the spread with Kennesaw State. But these two were bad picks that didn't work out. And other than that, it looks pretty good. So our home teams that we think that are going to win, that are going to cover the spread, are doing okay. And that's what to take from this. And as we craft larger round robins, going forward, we are absolutely going to look at these home teams, and we're going to find those lines to bet, and we're going to throw them together with anything that's got a margin above 15%. And you're going to see that every single one of those games won, and there were 22-ish of them. So, all right, that's the update for the day. I am on the road, so expect videos from all over the country coming as soon as tomorrow. Good luck, everybody. May all your picks be winning.